Hey, everybody! Welcome to Tavern Talk. I'm Chris.
Hello.
We got Bob. Oops, Bob. I'm pointing at it the way it is on the screen for me, but it's actually that way. And
Yep.
Renee down below. Well, Renee is that. Yeah,
Is that where
way.
I'm at?
Yeah, you're down below on mine. Welcome to the show. This is where we sit around and talk about D&D in general and a little bit about, also a bit about our actual D&D campaign, Tavern Knights. Renee and Bob are both members of the cast. I am the Dungeon Master. If you haven't seen it, we'll be on this Friday night at 7:30. It's a great time. It's really been a lot of fun. We can get right into it. You guys last week had two fights, which is the first time in quite a while that we actually got through two fights in one night.
Yeah, we've had a couple where it's been one fight for almost the entire session just because they were massive.
Mm-hmm.
But Grimbolt kind of just took care of the one for us.
Whoa, he was the biggest target there.
He was the only target you could see, actually.
Yeah.
And you annihilated him.
And the fireball helped.
Yeah.
It wasn't all me.
It helped.
Yeah, you only did 62 points of damage to him.
Yeah. Just think if I would have been using the heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, you wouldn't have got the +1 from the hand crossbow.
Yeah.
So
I could have rolled lower.
Yeah.
On the actual damage.
But the crit really helped.
Yeah.
Especially since that was
awesome.
on your third attack or your second attack or third, whichever one it was. It was your special attack.
Yeah. The additional from my class.
Yes.
yeah, that was awesome. I felt bad for Chris though. Well, there goes that character. And what, 12 hours printing and painting the thing?
We will see him again. I mean,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Someone similar to him.
Yeah.
There'll be a whole tribe of him.
I'm going to avenge my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the just put Junior after his name and I will avenge my father. That was actually one of the best stories I ever heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I had heard that was like a 12-year-old kid that it was the first time playing D&D and his character died. And rather than get upset, he just put Junior at the end of his character's name and yelled out, I'm here to avenge my father.
Yeah, it's a really positive way to deal with you lose your character and it sucks. Like if I lost Klimbrum, I'd be bumming for a couple days because I feel like I lost a friend.
Sorry, I needed a drink.
No, you're good.
But yeah, so you had that one fight. It was Orcs and an Orog. The Orog dropped, and then the Orcs. It took a little while for you to fight them. I mean, you guys didn't take a lot of damage, but it was still a little bit of a fight. You then did some more exploring, found a room with an elevator that goes up, and an elevator shaft that's just completely collapsed in that goes down. That would have gone down.
Yeah.
And then you also found another very large room, some sort of temple that had a couple of hill giants and some goblins in it.
Yeah, we didn't see the goblins at first.
Right. Well, you only saw one of the hill giants at first, too.
This is true.
The hill giants got one rock off, is all, before Klimbrum was engaged with one in melee, and the other one, Octavian, frickin' banished.
Smart move.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It allows for crowd control.
Oh yeah.
So that way we can concentrate on the big guy. Yeah, goblins there, whatever. Although those goblins did hit pretty hard.
Yeah, they did. It's because they were rogues.
Fortunately, they didn't have poison.
Some of them did.
They actually did have poison for one attack each.
Yeah, but not the wyvern poison.
No, it was actually large scorpion poison is what they had.
Oh.
But you guys don't know that, but that's what it was. Not nearly as damaging. I mean, the Wyvern poison I think is like 78 or something like that. Is
76.
76? Yeah, it's still a lot of damage.
That's a hard hit.
Yeah, and it's half if you make your save.
Yeah.
I'm still up in the air. It's like, do we keep this to use or do we sell it for a whole crap load of money?
Yeah. That's the
2,400 gold there.
That's a good amount. That could actually pay off Russ's sword.
We have the money to pay off his sword. That's why I'm annoyed by this.
So he just wanted a discount on the sword because it's not that we didn't have the money. He just really wanted to haggle and yeah.
Yeah. He wanted it on a discount on principle, and now we're in the castle of Greyhawk.
But now you've got
where
3 quests.
Pay more, and the 25% to the wardens, which we're absolutely not paying. I will blow a hole in the side of the tower and leave through that exit.
Is that a Shadow Monk thing, or is that just a harnessing your anger in a Sith?
Harnessing my anger.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually, but when that day comes,
we might just totally die in the depths of the tower.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, for 500 gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a 500 gold discount.
Yep. I don't know how we didn't stop this. I mean, I know we were going to go to that castle regardless.
Well, yeah, you've got 3 quests there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just think, in the years to come, you can just be like, see this scar? That's the 500 gold piece scar. And this one, and this one, and this one over here. Now, all these scars, they're to get a 500 gold piece discount on a sword.
Yeah, not even my sword.
Even mine.
Yeah.
For some rich fuck. From the from the...
He's a Duchy
of Ulik?
Yeah, he's from the Duchy of Ulik.
Yeah. So it's not like he doesn't have the money.
Well, I mean, it's not like he's, greater nobility or anything like that.
Yeah, but he's not poor.
Well, he's about as poor as the rest of you.
Yeah,
none of us were poor. Even
Daddy's
poor.
got money.
I still had money.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
I still had money. I didn't have the money that the rest of you guys did because I wasn't in on killing a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another one that was the another amazing Octavian night.
Yeah.
That water walk saved your asses.
It did. It completely changed that fight.
Hey,
like completely.
What's that?
Clerics are badass when they're allowed to do more than just throw healing spells.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, and I was talking with Rich yesterday at the Super Bowl party, and he was actually mentioning that he wasn't even sure if he should do that because he's like, I was thinking I might need to save my 4th level spell for something else, and he goes, I was really skeptical of do I do it, and like it was a good spell. It was a good use.
MVP of the night.
So you guys finished up that fight though, and you're still in that room. You did a little bit of searching. You actually reattached. There was a headless statue in the chasm that went through the middle of the room, and Klimbram felt the need to put the head back on the statue.
Yes.
And then someone else did too. I forget who it was.
Once Octavian touched it, he felt that he needed to.
Yeah. And so you wound up rigging up a way.
I got attacked by a brain.
Oh yeah, you got attacked by the Grell again too down there. Um, and then,
Yeah,
but you did
mysteriously reappearing Grow. We're gonna
With
have
tentacles.
to talk to somebody about that.
Yep.
but you reattached it, and there was a booming voice that rang out in the room, and I don't remember the actual words that it said. I've got them down there, but it's basically something about taking care of his vengeance and receiving his boon.
Yeah.
So you don't know what that's about yet.
Nope. And we couldn't get him to repeat it.
Yeah, there was no repeating anything.
I mean, I suppose we could have knocked the head back off and then, reattached it and see what happened.
Yeah, but it had resealed itself, like it fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It magically mended.
Well, we could just have somebody, harness their anger and just knock it off.
Yeah.
Hey, Klimbrum, look, is that one of the dwarfs?
The first time that I just bent metal out of sheer anger and spite. I ripped that jail cell door open the one time.
Did you?
Yeah. And it was pre-streaming. And before Octavian got his gauntlets, they gave him a higher strength than me. But yeah, it was one of those that I pulled the lock off the jail cell door.
I just realized I forgot to have the ghost on behind me.
Oh
well.
Oops.
But yes,
I was hunting for Trevor earlier. So I'm like, I don't see him, which is usually I don't see him and I don't hear him.
He's probably up in the living room, laying in his chair. Although he's
sleeping in my spot over there. He's just a ball this big. So.
Yeah, because he's cold.
Yeah.
But so you guys are now deciding what you want to do, whether or not you want to continue searching the room, whether you want to just go take a long rest, if you're going to do a short rest. I know you were talking about going back to the elevator room and trying to hole up there, but you guys have no idea what is still down here. You don't know where patrols might go. You know that there was still another boar cooking in the kitchen.
Yep. I think we were looking at that elevator room because it only had really the 2 points of entry of the door that we came in and the elevator shaft that went up that wasn't clogged. Whereas the other 2 doors, because there were 2 other doors, but they were both collapsed.
One was collapsed, one was just very cobwebbed.
Yeah, and it had a bunch of shit in front of it.
Yeah.
So, it had been there for a long time.
Yeah, so...
Then we should hold up in that hallway.
Which hallway?
The cobwebbed hallway.
Oh,
that
down
no one's
there.
been in forever.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can decide what you're going to do. We'll get to that first thing when we start up on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things I was going to bring up, this is non-D&D related, but congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams for winning the Super Bowl. Way to go, Matthew
Yay!
Stafford. Great not being a Lion, isn't it? 1 year out, 1 year out, and he wins the frickin' Super Bowl.
It's proof that it's not a lack of talent; it's ownership.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It all the people that said it was him, that he was the problem here in Detroit, were wrong. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, congratulations to them. It was a good game, actually. It was actually a really good game for the Super Bowl.
I did not watch as much of it as I wanted.
A lot of it was back and forth. So, but yeah. And then the other thing is today's Valentine's Day, I guess, which is why Russ isn't here.
Lame.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
I sit in the basement and talk, and you sit upstairs and talk.
Yep. So
I feel like we've been together longer than Russ and Stella, though.
Yeah, we have.
Even like their combined years.
Yeah, because they were together, they weren't together, and they were together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we have. Um, but still, it's Valentine's Day. Really, come on,
Yeah.
it's not really a holiday. It's a holiday that the restaurant industry and the greeting card industry and the chocolate industry all love. But
the real holiday is tomorrow, when all that shit goes 50% off.
Yeah, when all that candy
Oh,
goes 50%
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm
all the
going
Oh
Reese's,
man,
all the
those
Reese's
Twix
hearts. Oh, I say the Reese's
Twix
hearts.
hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the best.
I got to go to the store tomorrow.
Go to. I plan on stopping at Walgreens.
But along with that, with this being Valentine's Day, D&D Beyond had put out a thing about it was celebrate Valentine's Day with these 5 homebrew magic items, and they came up with like 5. They found 5 homebrew magic items, one of which I had posted that I immediately thought of Phelan in Discord, and that's the robe of slow motion entrance, which I thought
that
was hilarious. This is a bard's like dream item. It is, if you're looking to catch the eye of an admirer at a ball thrown in celebration of romantic love, or perhaps you simply want to look fabulous as an expression of self-love, the robe of slow motion entrance will make heads turn, ensuring that all eyes are on you. In short, it's going to prove you're all that. Regardless of your reason for making a grand entrance, one outcome is certain. The rogue in your party is going to love you for creating a distraction. And the whole thing with this robe is that it is a wondrous item, rare, requires attunement. These gaudy robes have a long flowing train. They ensure that when you make an entrance, heads turn. As an action, you cause the robes to billow and sparkle brilliantly. You can use this action only if you haven't moved more than half your movement during the current turn. When you do so, your movement speed is halved and dramatic music begins to play.
It's the fact that you have your own theme song.
Yes. Each creature within 30 feet of you that can see you and hear the music must make a charisma saving throw, save DC 17, or become charmed by you until the beginning of your next turn. A creature charmed in this way turns to watch you as you make a grand entrance and has disadvantage on wisdom perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you while charmed. If a creature's saving throw is successful or the effect ends for it, it is immune to the effect for the next 24 hours. You cannot hide on the turn in which the effect is active. Like, that's actually kind of a fun thing. I would limit how many times you can do it in a day. It looks like it's not actually a limit on how many times you can do it. So I think I would limit
to like
that.
Twice a day.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a day. But other than that, it's not a bad magic item. Just because I don't think you should be able to, even a one round charm shouldn't be something you can do every single round.
Yeah.
But they had some other ones too. They had the My Little Owl Bear plushie. It's a little owl bear plushie.
I like the box of chocolates.
Yeah, the box of Fate chocolates. Actually.
I didn't see any of those.
It's a box of chocolates. A box of chocolates is a quintessential Valentine's Day treat, but identifying each confection before you eat it is practically a Herculean feat. The box of Fate chocolates takes the sweet gamble to an extreme. Roll a d8 and find out what flavor you're eating and its corresponding magical effect.
Nice.
So you randomly get a chocolate. You could also try a DC 17 investigation roll to try and identify what it is. And if you succeed, you roll twice and you get to pick which one you actually get. If you fail, you roll twice and the DM gets to pick which one you get.
Love it.
But
that's That's fabulous.
And there are some that are boons, and there are some that are bad. But yeah, there's those, and then there's the Lover's Pottery Wheel, which is basically the ghost pottery wheel, and then the Gossiper's Diary, which you can actually learn a secret about someone by writing their name in the diary.
Okay.
But there's a potentially dangerous side effect. You have to make a charisma saving throw every time you use it, or you gain an insecurity for an hour.
You gain an insecurity?
Yeah, like despair, envy, guilt, paranoia.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, if you fail the save, you write somebody's, like, you can learn a secret about Marikaris. You write Marikaris' name in there, and then you have to make a charisma save. And if you fail it, you roll a d4 on the curse table, and that's the curse that you have for an hour. Like, despair is the information gleaned from the diary leads you to an existential crisis. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh no!
Envy, consumed with jealousy for the subject you are of your prying, you lash out verbally at any mention of the creature and have difficulty concealing your contempt. You have disadvantage on charisma deception checks to conceal this behavior. Guilt, racked with guilt for having pried so deeply, you have trouble relaxing. You are unable to benefit from a short or long rest and are unable to gain hit points while suffering from this insecurity.
Ouch.
Oh, ow, that hurts.
And then paranoia, extreme worry consumes you. With fear that the subject of your prying will know what you've done, you become frightened of the creature for the duration.
Damn. Those are bad.
But it's
last two especially.
Once per day, you can use an action to write the name of a specific creature in the diary. When you do so, the diary brings to your mind a random secret about that creature. It can be a heartfelt memory, a description of a person they secretly admire or love, or something else at the DM's discretion.
Marikaris secretly loves the name Whitesnake.
No, I don't think that's...
That was one of my favorite things ever. Oh my god,
his sister's the Black Viper, so he's Whitesnake?
Yep. I love that we won't let it go.
The main reason we won't let it go is because it bugs him so much.
Yeah. I love the when he brought up like just videos of Whitesnake.
Hey, back to that cloak. Yeah. I wonder if there's a group version of that.
A group version?
For the astronaut walk, the right stuff astronaut walk, the entrance, the whole group just.
But, that's what happens whenever there's an explosion behind somebody in like a Michael Bay movie too. They get that slow motion.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you prove you're a badass. You don't look back. You're just like striding away. Yep. You don't get hit in the back of the head with a flaming shard of metal or anything.
Oh.
Even though you're 10 feet away from this bus that just exploded.
You don't get hit with a shockwave or anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. It blows their hair just perfectly.
Yeah. Just perfect. Which would absolutely happen to Marikaris.
But usually, if you actually watch that, their hair gets blown the other direction.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because fire sucks in air, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, sure.
Hashtag reverse physics.
But yeah, so yeah, that was what I was going to bring up though, was just the D&D Beyond stuff. I thought it was kind of funny. The plushie is kind of funny because it can cast mending and
I was just about to ask, what does the plushie do?
It can cast mending and calm emotions.
Oh, nice.
I need that plushie. Not for the calm emotions, for the mending.
Yeah.
I actually didn't read this one. So, My Little Owlbear plushie, wondrous item uncommon, an owlbear plushie with a heart on its stomach. The My Little Owlbear plushie soothes those with a broken heart. The plushie has 5 charges and regains 1d4 plus 1 charges daily at dawn. While holding it, you can use an action to cast one of the following spells. save DC 13 from it. Mending expends 1 charge, or Calm Emotions expends 2 charges. When squeezed, the plushie speaks a random phrase determined by rolling a d4 and consulting the table below. And they are, I treasure you more than a dragon treasures its hoard. I'll always give a hoot about your happiness. I'll be very glad to see you smile.
Oh, I want it.
You've got a personality any bard would celebrate in song.
Oh.
That would be Grimbold's secret. He would have that way down in the bottom of his backpack.
Klimbrum doesn't need it. Renee needs that. Oh, that's adorable. I want one.
And it's cute too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. There's a picture of it.
Okay.
Actually, here, let's do this. Oops, nope, that's not, that cut part of it off. Do this, there we go. And then I'm going to post it in Discord. I think I can paste it here. Yep, there we go. There, I just posted it.
I want one.
Yeah, I just posted it on our Discord for anyone that's if you're a subscriber, you have access to our Nerds with Alcohol Discord
cute.
channel, and that's where I posted it. It's so
That's so cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cute, but I mean, yeah, it looks like a little owl bear, Care Bear.
Yeah.
They
don't make an actual one yet.
Yet. Oh, I don't doubt that that'll come out, and it's going to say every one of those things randomly.
Oh, there's an owl bear plush that's purple.
Oh yeah,
that's cute as fuck. Yeah. There's one that's terrifying. There's one that's adorable.
What's the terrifying one look like?
Oh, these are even cuter. Oh shit, that's on Etsy. That's dangerous.
But Etsy is awesome. Etsy is great. Etsy is expensive.
Yeah.
That's where I got my little quivers, my ammo counters.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
some guy in Australia.
Oh, those are really cool. I love that you just go, here's how many I fired.
That's why I got them.
Yep.
It makes it easier because I can just go, okay, let's see. And I think about the fight and how things went, and I'm like, okay, you get this many back.
Yeah.
Because in general, you get about half back.
Yeah, that and I know how many rounds the combat was, because it's like, okay, here's my first round, and then it was 2 every round after that, or 3 every round after that. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do. And we were talking yesterday also at the Super Bowl party. I know Rich has got some grand scheme that he needs 5th level. He's like, he goes, as soon as I get 5th level spell, I know what I'm taking is gonna. And him and Renee are so angry at the wardens and he's like, just tell me one thing: are the windows on that building big enough for them to crawl out of? And I'm like, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The Lord's wrath.
I'm like, well, at least some of them can. I mean, there was a gnome in there. He's pretty small.
That's all right. We got Grimbolt. He can shoot shit 300 feet away.
Now, even with more accuracy because of the eagle eye goggles.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The fact that I was angry the following day while I was driving to work.
No, it's the fact that you and Rich are still angry now.
Yeah, that too. I'm fucking pissed. It's the fact that they're taking advantage of anyone going in. They're not doing anything. They just take 25% because they put up a table in front of the only entrance into the place. They're doing nothing. It's not like they're going in or clearing it out or helping out. They're doing nothing. They want 25% for nothing. Fuck off, you fucking fuck.
They offered to help us open the door.
Fuck off. We can open up the door ourselves. No. And they weren't going to do that for free. They wanted 10 gold. No.
Come on. You grew up with dwarves. You know what they're like.
Doesn't mean I like it.
I'm a dwarven ranger. I'm like, yeah, money, whatever.
The best part is that it's the fact that Klimbrum is a monk, which usually monks don't care about money.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also a dwarf. It's the principle of the matter that she hates. I mean, yeah, don't get me like Klimbrum likes money too, but not like a noble would, or she doesn't suffer from like greed or anything like that. It's the principle of that matter for her.
Well, and what's funny is Rich was talking about it, and he's like, that got such a reaction. He's like, you did so. He's like that. He's not just from the character, but from us. It was like, he's like, it was real anger.
Yeah.
He's like, not at you, but at them.
Yeah. We have been together for almost a decade, and I don't think I have ever have come close to being that angry at you than I was at those characters that you portrayed. I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at the characters.
And what you're gonna find out is that their leader is Harbin.
Oh my god!
He moved.
It makes that decision that much easier.
I'm gonna have to consult my little book of the group's enemies. Who was that?
Oh.
Harbin was the he was the original town master in Phandalin, and I played him. I gave him.
You played him like a fucking weasel.
Yeah, I gave him. He was a weasel. He was he's the money changer.
He was like Mr. Burns too.
And that's the thing. I gave him like the Mr. Burns little excellent thing, and I kept whenever he was talking, I would do this. And Renee
did this also like you would. He didn't have a stutter. He just repeated himself a lot. Like he talked very condescending to you as well. Klimbrum never went in the room. I had stayed outside for whatever reason. And thank God that I did, because I absolutely would have knocked his lights out.
Oh, she was outside. She's like, I am so glad I'm not in there. I would be punching this guy.
Yep. I would just rage punching.
And everyone else was like, yeah, he was a weasel, big deal. But Klimbrum was just pissed.
So mad. I think I have anger problems. Somehow D&D is kind of like making me realize that I might have some deep-seated issues that I should probably go to therapy for.
That's why you play D&D.
Yeah,
D&D is therapy.
Yeah.
In D&D, you can punch the things that anger you.
Yep. Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, so
fuck that guy.
But yeah, one of the things we were talking about too, though, is that you guys have no idea how big this place is.
No.
Like Rich was saying, you guys went down a whole bunch of flights of stairs.
You said something like 12, like
it was the equivalent of about 12 flights. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you wound up finding a secret door, and you went down even farther.
Yeah.
So you don't know how deep it is. You don't know what's above you. You don't know what's below you. You don't know what's even on this level. You don't know how big this level is. You don't know if it connects to the other towers. You don't know how you connect to the other towers, if you have to go upstairs again or what. So you guys have no idea.
Yeah, the only thing that we do know is the fact that really the only entrance into the tower is through the Tower of War.
Yep. At least that's what you were told.
That's what we read.
Oh, was it what you read?
we researched that at the
Oh,
library.
Yeah, because the clerics of Zagig have the Tower of Magic tied up, and the Tower of Zagig is all the entrances are collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
At least all the known entrances are collapsed.
Yes.
Yet the other thing is you also don't have any clue where any of these things are that you're looking for.
Nope, we don't know what they look like. We know nothing.
Well, you know what the sword looks like. You got a description of that.
Oh, okay. But we're looking for 2 random books.
Yeah, two random books that we have no idea what they look like. So it's just like, oh, great.
We don't know what their titles are.
Yeah, at least the sword we know. We have a description, and those guys right there, they had it. So it should be around here somewhere, hopefully.
Well, we need to find the half orcs because we fought an Orog.
But he was the half orc. That was probably the leader, maybe.
The Orog. No, we were looking for specifically a half orc, not an Orog.
But he is a half orc.
He's just half orc, half ogre.
Half orc, half ogre.
Yeah, but I was under the impression of half orc, half human.
Well, I mean, it could be half orc, half dwarf. Could be half orc, half elf.
Yeah. Not
that's a
ogre,
bad day.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, unless the elf was into it. Maybe the elf was
Mom
Scanlan.
was adventurous, Dad was lucky.
the elf was Scanlan.
Yeah. Oh, half orc, half gnome.
Half orc, half gnome. Oh my god.
Half orc, half elf. I mean, that's
actually just a half orc.
Yeah, that was Phelan's thing. Phelan had a thing for orcs.
Yeah.
Orcs and half orcs.
So the other thing that I did give Rich credit for
Just so strong.
Rich is his character has a problem with orcs, and that's why he is so vehemently let's go.
Yeah. Well, he fought against them in the war.
Well, he actually came.
That's what the war. That's who that was their enemy for the war.
Yes.
Even though he wasn't in it because he joined it after.
He saw
He was trained that is the enemy.
Yeah, he saw the aftermath and some of the push to get the orcs out of the principality, because they actually did take over a chunk of the principality, and they actually almost got to your town,
Havenhill.
I'm blanking on the name, Hammer or something. No, it's Havenhill. Yeah, they actually almost got to Havenhill. Before they were pushed back across the Jewel River and back into the Pomarge. Yeah. And so, he actually has an issue with orcs, and that was part of what he built his character on. Mm-hmm. Which is one of the reasons why I threw that one town, Blasingdell, when you guys went to the Pomarge, and you found orcs that were not bad people.
Yeah. And a couple good goblins too for Uriah.
Yep. Well, that was the other thing that when we were talking about Noblin's gizmos, and you had made the comment, Bob, about Yuke's future wife is that the goblin there, Fogey, and that got a big laugh at the Super Bowl party because I actually said that, and people was like, "Oh no!" He's like, "That would be such a twist."
She's got her eye on you, Uriah.
But yeah, that's the other thing. So you got Fogey in Phandalin now. Mm-hmm. And shit, I don't remember the gnome's name. I've got it in my notes.
I have it in my notes too.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's over there.
Yeah, you haven't been there yet, Bob. But yeah, there's a shop it's a shit. What the hell?
Magic shop.
Yeah, well, it's not a magic shop. It's a not a traditional magic shop. It's the new class.
Oh, Tinkerer.
Yeah, it is, but that's not what it is.
Artificer.
Artificer, yeah. I'm like, I am
okay.
blanking on the name. It starts with an A, but it's not like alchemist or anything. That's part of it is alchemy, but it's an artificer shop, and it's run by a gnome and a goblin, and it's called Noblin's Gizmos. Gnoblin.
Sounds like a place I'd like to visit.
You should visit our keep. You can have your own room.
Your house, your mansion.
Yeah, we have a mansion with servants, and we spent 2 days there.
Well, yeah, and he's already said, Grippold had told you guys that as soon as if you attack the wardens, he's just going to go find your mansion and take it over.
Hey, you can help Rosalind.
Grimbolt's Manor.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing. So you're looking for a book or a couple books in there. One is it's basically a bunch of alchemical recipes.
Yeah.
For potion making that Borislav wants. And then Raslim told you to look for Zagig's diaries, because he believes that somewhere in there is the either
the knowledge
location,
to find the staff.
Yeah, the knowledge to find the staff, because he thinks that Zagig actually had it.
Mm-hmm.
What staff?
The staff of secrets. Have they not told you about that?
They haven't told me shit.
I don't think we.
I've known them for a week
mentioned
and a half. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we met. It was one of those that it came up when
Well, I think it came up when Euchariah got contacted by Raslim.
And Raslim spoke, and we had mentioned that Raslim is essentially our patron, and we're helping him find stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if we went into detail though.
Not really. That was about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they told you what it was they were looking for.
Nope.
I could have sworn that we mentioned something about like the diamond and I don't remember.
The diamond, the circlet, and the staff.
Yeah. My thing is I don't want all three of these things to be in the same place at the same time. It seems like a bad idea. But every time we've done an inside check on Raslim, he's on the up and up. I mean, we've rolled like 19s.
That friendly NPC that just wants to help.
Yeah. Don't
Insight check.
Yeah. Seriously, all of us were just constantly inside check. I mean, also he picked us up in a tavern.
Well, he approached you in a tavern. He started building his tower while you were out of town. You come back to town like 2 weeks later, and there's half a tower built.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, he's like the Count of Monte Cristo that just comes in and is like, oh, that house, I want it. Just sets up shop, and everyone's like, who the fuck is this rich guy?
He's a rich guy. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically bought out somebody's farm and started building a tower on it right next to the house.
Yeah.
And the tower was built in like 2 weeks from start to finish. Nobody saw it being built. It just got built. Every morning, more of the tower was built. And
yeah, that was the other weird thing. It was like magically built.
And he did the same thing for your mansion. Your mansion was rebuilt because your mansion was in complete shambles.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically rebuilt the entire thing in like 2 weeks.
Yep. The map of the shambled one is still on our wall.
Well, not the shambles. That's actually the exact same way that it is. That's the that's the caverns underneath.
Yeah, and it's got still like the pit of death and the hallway that was incomplete.
That's all.
blocked off.
Yeah, that's all still there.
Oh, I thought he had cleared that out too.
No, the catacombs or the dungeon underneath is the lower levels. That's all the exact same. He left that completely untouched.
That's not what was said in game because that's where Climbrum's room is. It got all cleared out.
Well, I mean, you can clear it out.
Or cleaned up.
I thought you guys cleared that out because he left everything upstairs because all the rooms are upstairs.
No, I thought he had cleared stuff out because that's why Climbrum set up shop in one of the rooms and.
Well, there were already beds. There were already beds down there.
Well, I thought he had also updated the not the study, like the alchemist room.
Nope, he just left all the equipment in there.
Nah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen. So I thought some stuff in the basement had been done.
Nope, he just rebuilt the mansion.
It's not what I remember.
so I can have a.
It's almost like it's on the internet.
Basement rooms are up for grabs.
What's that?
Basement rooms are up for grabs.
There are rooms in the basement. You can take a look at the map on the wall when when you're over Friday.
One's not up for grabs.
I got that much.
Yeah.
There actually is there's still the crypt down there too.
You wouldn't want the one with the forge anyways.
No.
Yeah, there isn't actually a forge down there right now. That would have to be built. There will be, Rabbit.
Why'd your anvil look like an old coffin? Well, that's what it was. If you listen close, you can still hear him inside. Yeah. Stupid undead. How you like that?
And if you listen closely, you can hear it knock back.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be fun once you guys get back to Phandalin.
Yeah.
You guys have been gone for a long time. Not in game so much as in actual playtime.
Yeah.
And you guys have been gone for
game. The staff still has money.
Yes. In game, the staff still has money because you've only been gone for a little over a month now.
We gave them 3,
and you gave them 3 months worth of money to maintain the mansion.
Yeah.
But you know it's going to take you close to a month to get back. So
yep.
Depending on how you travel.
Yes.
And actually, you guys had gone from there to the Temple of Open Mind and then left. So that actually took you longer to get back to Gryrax to catch a boat to go to Greyhawk. That was an additional 3 weeks. So that was actually probably an additional 2 weeks added onto your trip.
Yeah, because we essentially fast traveled to the temple.
Yeah, but then it was 3 weeks to get back to Gryrax, which it would have only been a week from Phandalin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it'll be a good time, and I've got the next couple chapters planned out in my head. I have to do some map work and things, but and write some stuff up for the second one. The first one I've actually got it planned out already, so. the next chapter.
Nice.
And then I got other things. Plus, then you've also got other things that are still on your plate, like where are Phelan and Lauka?
Yep.
What else do you guys have? You got the Phelan and Lauka thing.
That's about it.
Is that that's the only other one?
Yeah, because we solved Sarah. We took care of that.
Yeah.
Sarah was our other big thing.
And you took care of the missing children.
The missing kids.
You don't know if that was related to the missing people in the River and Foreign Quarters that you'd heard about as well.
No, well, we had kind of assumed because the kids said that there were adults with them. And then the adults were gone. And we found human soup.
Yeah. Yeah. Human. But yeah, so that's the other thing. So you guys are about to are getting close to 9th level. You will probably hit it
Yay.
before you get out of this dungeon, or at least at the end of this dungeon. Do you guys have plans for your characters? I mean, I know that's a big step because that you get another.
It's not that big for
Well,
monks.
You get a proficiency bump. That's a big one. So you get another +1 to your to hit and to the saves that you're proficient in and all your skills that you're proficient
Really?
in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, level 9 you go up to +5?
4.
4
I
is it
think.
+4 for proficiency?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
because I think we're at +3 right now. I don't
Maybe
know,
that's what it is.
Let's pull up D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Just look at any character and see it. Nice. Yeah, it goes up to +4.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get a bump to your hits, to your and to your saves. The saves that you're proficient in, and then all your skills that you're proficient in. So you get a +1 to all of those.
Sweet. Yeah, other than that, I just get unarmored movement improvement.
So you get to be even faster?
More like I can walk up vertical surfaces and across liquids without falling during your move.
Oh. So that's the run up the tree, like when
Yep.
when Knot and Bo were doing their race up the tree in
Yeah.
Xhorhas.
Yeah.
And trying to kill each other on the way up.
Was it in your house? I thought that was in
It was in the Blightlands.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which is part of Xhorhas.
Oh, you said your house, and I figured the tree that they grew in their backyard.
No, that's the Xhor house.
Yeah.
No, it's Xhorhas.
Your house.
The region of that they were in, where the Blightlands are, or Blighted Lands, whatever it is, where Yasha's from, and where they encountered a rock.
I remember it's been a long
The
time.
giant bird thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a rock. That is, and I'll tell you what. That
one of the few things they ran away from.
Yeah, and
with good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually, I looked up the rock in 5e, and it's nasty. I mean, it was nasty in the previous ones. It's a CR. It's a challenge rating 11 creature, but it's +13 to hit, and it does its talons do, or its beak does 4d8 +9 damage.
Ow!
And its claws do 4d6 +9.
Damn.
It has a 28 strength.
Holy shit.
and how big is it?
It is a gargantuan monstrosity, which I believe means it's 5 by 5 squares. I think is gargantuan.
Wowza.
Because huge is 3 by 3, large is 4 by 4, gargantuan will be 5 by 5.
Damn.
It's basically the same size as an ancient dragon. The other thing is that if it grabs you with if it hits you with its talons, you're grappled, and until it ends, you're restrained, and then it can actually fly you up in the air.
And then drop you.
Yep. And its fly speed is 120.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a badass bird.
I want to paint one.
I'm sure that there's a model of it on that guy that does all the D&D ones.
I wonder how many pieces that would be to print.
It would probably be at least actually basing it off the dragons. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, because it'd be the body would be one, the head would be another, and then the wings would each be separate ones. That's the way most of the large dragons that he has are. I actually have the adult blue dragon, I think it is. ready to print because blue dragons are my favorite, and I'm like, if I'm going to print one of the adult dragons, because I want to try printing something bigger like that and put it together, I'm like, that's the one I'm going to do, because then I can set it up on the stand by the TV, or I can have it over behind me or something like that while we're playing and just have it there because it's got its wings up and like
Place it where you have to reach by it every time we start combat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going. Here's what you see. But yeah, it's one of those things where I would do the ancient one, but the ancient one's even bigger and it comes in more pieces. And I only want to do. There's only so much I want to try right now because I'm trying different things and I'm kind of building up to doing. I know I've got the model for the ancient red. And that's at least 5 pieces.
Some like really cool ones on like patterns that you can buy on Etsy.
Yeah, for rocks.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's one. Let's see. Oh, there is one.
Doesn't look like WizKids has one.
Yeah, I was just looking. You can get a Critical Role painted figure, Monsters of Taldorei, Ember Rock, for $81. It's a pre-order. So yeah, there are some out there. They're all pre-painted. The cheapest one.
I want to paint it.
The cheapest one is $40, and that one doesn't even look that good. The Ember Rock actually looks pretty badass.
The basement just needs to stop being so cold.
Oh, they even have the dragon turtle. It looks like.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what we were talking about. So yeah, you guys are in here. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're doing. You're still trying to find. You are trying to find that half orc. Because the Orog.
We're contemplating life. Like, what's the point and purpose of all of this?
The
500 measly gold.
Yeah, the Orog did not have the sword, so you're pretty sure he's not the half orc that they were talking about.
Okay. So there's still more orcs led by the leader somewhere around.
Yeah, there was another wyvern rider, I thought.
No.
That they said. No? There was just the one?
No, the other orc just left. They didn't say that he was riding another wyvern.
Gotcha.
The other half orc just left. He took half the troops and left. And the wyvern rider stayed there.
Yeah, because he was pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what you got from Rickard, too, was that he was pissed that they had attacked in the middle of daylight, right in sight of that village.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. You don't even know, are these orcs that just came up from the underground? Where'd they come from?
Nope. We know nothing. Punch first, ask questions later.
It's hard to get questions out of a corpse, though.
Yeah.
Because Octavian's kind of squeamish about, speaking with dead.
Yep. He will usually find loopholes so he doesn't have to. Because we did that before. He will put speak with undead in the ring.
Speak with dead.
Speak with dead in the ring and then have someone else cast it. So that way he doesn't have to.
That was an interesting way of doing it, though, is because when you guys did that, it was also because it was a dwarf. It was an old dwarf skeleton that you were trying to talk to, and
we assumed it didn't speak common.
Right. So he made sure he put it in the ring so that you could be the one that cast it to speak, because you were the one person that could speak Dwarven at the time.
Yep. That too.
Because that's the other thing, is that whatever you cast it on has to be able to speak your language, and you have to be able to speak its language.
Yep. So yeah, it was a combination of why we did it that way. but
Oh, I think Bob
Octavian
locked
is
up
super
again.
squeamish. Yeah, he looks like he did.
You there, Bob?
Bob.
It could be a much worse picture of him to actually like lock up on.
Oh,
Oh.
there you are.
The internet's been unstable for days.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm noticing you're kind of locking up a little bit. Well, we only got a few more minutes, so. But yeah, it's been a good time still. I'm still enjoying everything with this. And you guys are still are playing great. Although Bob, your character pisses me off sometimes because you do so much freaking damage right off the bat. Just boom.
Hey, I've missed so many times too.
But when you hit,
yeah,
you hit hard.
Yeah, I'll do sharpshooter. Hit.
Oh, crit.
Well, hey, I try to pick the targets to use sharpshooter against that have a lower armor class, because otherwise I'm not going to hit.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing, at least the thing with sharpshooter, is he only gets to double the dice now. With the older ones, you would double everything.
Oh yeah.
In the older editions. So in this, that plus 10 doesn't get to get doubled. Just the damage does. The dice damage. So that is one thing that I like about 5th edition is that crits, they still hurt a lot. But there's potential of, and I've done this against you guys, natural 20, and you take 2 points of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that too. Yep.
I rolled minimum damage. It's like yeah. Ooh.
Yep. It's kind of how I lost a battle against Goliath, because I had critted but then rolled really badly. And then I missed on, it came down to that last punch and I fucking missed. Very sad. Very sad.
That was a good fight.
It was. That was a good fight. Was really bummed out about it.
Hey, at least you didn't get gypped out of it like Grog did.
This is true.
The half arc was like at -5 and just is like, oh no, look, I have this ability.
Yeah, Orcish resilience.
Yep.
That was a moment Travis Williams was like, I'm playing a half orc next time. And he uses it, I think, twice in the entire campaign. Because he just doesn't get hit very often.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think he only ever had to use it, I think, twice.
Oh, Oscar.
Oscar. So funny.
And actually, them putting Tusk Love into the animated series, I thought was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Oh man, I'm so happy that they did.
Which I'm looking forward to watching the finale this weekend. I want to see how they finish it off. I am kind of bummed that it's already done, but it's
because they're releasing 3 episodes at a time.
Yeah. But I understand it too. And they actually said, they're like, yeah, it's going to be done quick, but you can always go back and rewatch it.
Yeah. It's a beautiful anime.
It is. It's actually really good. I like it a lot. I've been enjoying it as a show. What's funny, so Ed was over tonight, a friend of ours, and he was asking if we were watching it, and we said yeah, and I did the Scanlan's hand thing, and he's like, he is so annoying. I'm like, and Renee's like, he's actually toned down on the show compared to what he is in the game.
For those first 20 episodes, oh my god.
Like, I don't know how they didn't just squish Scanlan half the time.
I don't know. It's because he's their only magic user after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need him. But I guess he kind of becomes like an endearing character eventually.
That's what they say.
Kind of like a foot fungus.
He grows on you after a while.
Yep.
Gross.
I know that a lot of people also liked Darrington because Scanlan leaves for a while and he
Yeah.
brings in Darrington. And
I mean, I liked the one shot with him. That was fun.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I enjoyed it.
The Darrington Brigade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious as to what they're gonna do with the second season. I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna do. I'm hoping that they'll do like start doing the Chroma Conclave. I think the Chroma Conclave is really gonna take 2 seasons to do.
Yeah.
Because it's a long arc and
it's close to 40 episodes.
Yeah. So
40?
I mean, I think that if they're gonna do it right, they have to do it over 2 seasons. And with doing the whole stuff with Krieg original in the first 2 episodes, I'm thinking that that is what they would have to do because they've already started setting it up.
Yeah. Yeah, they put in the foundation work of it.
Yeah.
I think the Chroma Conclave is like just shy of 50 episodes for the entire arc. Because the Briarwoods end in the early 30s. Because I think I'm on episode 34. Something like that. And the Chroma Conclave doesn't end until the 70s. Are you just Googling it?
Yep.
I need to get back to watching.
46 episodes.
Yeah.
39 to 84.
Okay. I must be a little further than I thought I was. They also, they put in other Easter eggs for the Chroma Conclave as well, like that rug, and then
well, that was in Krieg. That was in Krieg's house
mansion. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where they go. But I'm also really interested to see where you guys go in Tavern Knights.
Yes.
So,
me too.
Yep.
I'm excited for this Friday.
I am too. I get excited for every Friday that we play. I look forward to it every week, or every other week. I think it's a blast. I hope you guys are having as much fun as me. So.
Oh yeah. I'm regrettably going to have to do the same thing of like as soon as we're done playing, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, because you work weekends now.
Yep.
And you work early on the weekends.
Yeah.
So join us this Friday. We can wrap things up. Join us this Friday, 7:30, right here on Twitch for Tavern Knights. And then Russ and I will be back tomorrow, since he's off doing the Valentines thing tonight, which is why he's not here. Pete, I'm not sure. Pete just said he couldn't make it. So
they celebrate every year.
Okay.
It's a Valentine's Day thing.
Okay. I know he said something too about the boys bowling on Mondays too, so I wasn't sure about if that was part of it too.
Maybe.
But I would guess that kids don't really bowl. Young kids don't bowl that late on a
no.
Monday
Usually
night
that's a early Saturday morning.
Yeah, that was what it was for me. But yeah, so but Russ and I will be back tomorrow night, 8:00, Tavern Knights. We'll be talking about the final episode of Boba Fett, and the last set of episodes of Legend of Vox Machina. I got a pretty busy day tomorrow, but I'm gonna try and get on and at least play a little bit of the new Legacy of the Sith on the Old Republic. See how that is. With the new battle system or the new system that they're putting in where
is it finally coming out?
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I may not get to that till Wednesday though, so I may not talk about that till the following week. So but yeah, I think other than that, remember you can follow us on most social medias. We're on Facebook, Nerds with Alcohol Show, Twitter @Drinking Nerds, Instagram Drinking Nerds. And then YouTube Drinking Nerds. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Seeing you, Bob. I see you, Renee. I'll see you in about 2 minutes. And then Bob, I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Should be a good time, and no birthdays to celebrate this time. So,
No.
so no cake.
Next one? No, it'd be the one after that.
Yeah, probably 2 from now, a month.
Because the next birthday I believe is Richard.
Yeah.
Who is the 19th. Then it'll be Peter.
So we'll have a couple with cake in March, April.
Well, you get 3 months in a row. March, April, May.
Yeah, so let's see. We're playing. This is the 18th, then we'll play on the 1st. Oops, wait, nope, wrong. Yeah, the 18th, and then we'll play on the 4th, and the 18th. So we actually play the night before Rich's birthday, and then April 1st. Wait, we get to play on April Fool's Day.
Sweet.
Oh, awesome.
Oh God, and we're in the ruins of Greyhawk Castle.
Yeah, you'll still be in
Man,
Greyhawk.
you could pull up one of the old adventures for that night.
You wind up going through a portal into the old Castle Greyhawk.
Oh dear.
Just for one night.
Muppet level.
Oh God.
Muppet
so yeah. April or March, April, May.
Yep.
And then it would be you at
and then not till September.
Then Bob in October.
Yep.
And then Alexander in January.
Yep. Yeah, so we play the Friday before your birthday, not the one after. So your birthday's on a Wednesday this year.
No. Like when I turned 21.
I think mine was on like
a Wednesday.
I think mine was on like a Tuesday or something, but I still went up to Mr. Ed's and
I studied for a stats exam.
I went out and had a bunch of drinks.
Nope, I studied for a statistics exam. Took it the following day, and then went.
I take that back. Mr. Ed's wasn't open then. That was my 22nd birthday that I was up at Mr. Ed's.
Then I went to the pub that weekend and bought my first legal pint.
Let's see, what did I for my 21st? I bought a half pint of Long Island iced tea and drank it and went, wow, this doesn't taste anything like tea. This is bleh.
Was it Arrow?
Arrow or Mohawk? Yes.
Yeah, it was. We know how bad that stuff is now.
Yeah.
I don't think it was on my actual birthday, but the following Friday, so I'm the youngest of all of my first cousins on my mom's side, and my mom's side's the big Catholic family, and I'm the youngest of all the first cousins, and about 5 or 6 years before, it was actually at Richard and Becky's wedding. One of my cousins, Michael, all of us are at like 2 tables because we end up combining tables. And one of my older cousins is like, Michael's like, no, Renee, when you turn 21, we should take you out drinking because you're the last one. Because I'm so much younger than everyone else. I'm in this really weird middle ground where I am equal distance in age difference from my first cousins to my older cousins' kids, and I'm the only one. It's just me. So I am 6 years younger than my next cousin. Actually, the next one in age to me is my brother Richard at 5 years. And then Pete and Jesse is like a week younger than Pete or something like that. So 6 years to my closest first cousin, and then 7 to my second. So it's like I'm equal distance. And I made the comment to Michael I'm like, yeah, but the problem is when I turn 21, a lot of you are going to be in your 30s, and do you want to be out that late? And all of them had the realization of like, oh fuck, we are, because there's a 20 no. My eldest cousin, I think, is 16 years older than me. Something like that. So, but yeah, so like on that Friday, they they actually all of us cousins got together and we went to Coonan's and had my first legal pints there, and then I went on my own that same weekend and bought my first legal pint on my own at a pub that I've been drinking at for years because I had never gotten carded. And I always had the same bartender and always thought I was old enough. So yeah, that's why I didn't go out on my actual birthday, because I've been drinking for years at that point.
Yeah, I actually went to a party store that I'd been going to all through high school, and I still had the paper license, and the guy refused to sell to me because he didn't believe that I was actually 21. He's like, "No, I know you. You're not 21." I said, "Yeah, I am." And so I went to another party store that I had been going to for a long time. I was actually friends with the owner's son. I became friends with him, and walked in, put a 6-pack up, and he just charged me for it. He didn't even card me. And I'm like, "Don't you want to see my ID?" He's like, "No, I know you." And I'm like, "Yeah, but," and I actually handed him my ID. He's like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday." I'm like, "Yes, I just turned 21." Like, I wanted you to card me.
Yeah, you always had the height to your advantage, though.
Well, and yeah, and I had an ID for a long time that said I was over 21, so.
I didn't know that. I never had a fake ID.
I didn't either.
I'm sure it was a lot easier back in the 80s.
The best actually was one time when I used it, and the one behind the counter looked at it and looked at me and looked at it and looked at me, and I said, I think it was the hair thing. I said, "Yeah, I've grown my hair out since then," and she's like, "Yeah, I can tell it's you because of the eyes."
Nice. I like the time when we were flying to Ireland and we landed on my birthday.
Oh yeah.
And the guy that threw customs is like, "Oh, happy birthday!" "Oh, thanks. I've been awake for 20 hours. I'm fucking tired."
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap things up and get out of here for tonight.
Yes.
Please join us this Friday at 7:30 for Tavern Nights. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you later.